Exploring the dreaded null pointer exception in Java. The bane of all Java newbies and Java veterans, I would say still. If the code or the function is a little bit of a black box, then yeah, they can still get affected, I think. So, welcome to exploration series again, and this time in Stackoverflow with a specific tag with Java and null pointer exception. Alright, let's see the first with 4,000 votes, 1.4 million views. Wow. 14 years ago. And yes, he's asking I use, let's say, a variable not equal to null to avoid null pointer exception. Is there an alternative? This is a very, very valid question, and most of the time, people don't really know what to do with them. And what, not really know what to do with them, but you might end up with a code with a lot of null catch to prevent this, because this if you do have a null pointer exception, it will crash your program at runtime, right? So you'd rather catch it and do something about it. Sorry, like in an if statement or literally a try catch, right? So let's see some of the comments first. Null makes the code less understandable and less reliable. Not using null is superior to most other suggestions here. Throwing exceptions don't return or allow nulls. BT dubs. Cert keyword is useless. Okay, null should be avoided in high level code, right? So meaning if you have, let's say, a function that calls another function, and this function can receive a null, right? So you see the higher level function or code doesn't need to worry about the null pointer exception. The lower level function should handle that right away so it does not propagate upwards, right? And there's a $1 billion mistake. Take a look here for some ideas. Ooh. Okay, maybe it does not have the website anymore. Seems to be in Java 8 static objects is no. With Java 8, you have this one. Okay, is no. Okay, you can do that too. Yep. Most common misuse is null, returning null instead of an empty collection. Yeah, there would be most other cases wherein if let's say you have an object, let's say a person, and you have to do a, let's say, person dot get name in your code base, right? If that person is null, and let's say in the part of your application you have to process the get name, right? Instead of leaving it blank, which is, let's say, in your requirement should be fine, now what happens is if person object is null, then it will throw a null pointer exception. I think what he's trying to tell you here is could be an empty collection or an object. I can instead of returning null, I can return a new person, an empty person, right? So it can still do a get name and not fail, right? Mm. Stop using nulls and you live in a better world. Huh. Code with final and you'll live in an even better world. True that. Some of the, if it won't change, then put it as final, right? Okay, skipping to these. There are two instances where null checking comes up. Null is a valid response in terms of the contract, and where isn't a valid response, right? Hmm. Okay. Method returns object passed into it, throws an NPE if object is null, and this means return value is always non-null. Can also be used like an assert. Requires non-null. Okay. Okay. When the value is null, assertion. Mhm. Yep. Okay. This is also hard. Yes, if null is a valid response, and as you can say, let's say that function is you don't maintain it, and that's a problem. So you have to handle that really. Okay, avoid null as a response. Yes, meaning even API response, things like that, have an error message there as status code, right? Return empty collections. Okay, non-collections might be harder. Okay, this might go deeper. I'll check other answers quickly to not get that boring. You can also add annotations like nullable and not null. Uh, Nullable means it can be null. I should double check that. But mm, yeah, this parameter might be null. I see. It can accept null values. Okay. Okay, not null, it can't be null. Cool, cool, cool. If method is called externally, okay, it's a little bit late or super early, so brain functioning is not good. If null is allowed, do something else. Yeah, um, do something and do else. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, this is Java 7, really? We can do this question mark at Java 7? Yeah, sometimes a problem with like when you're at work, you're kind of stuck with a specific version of Java and you don't really know which features you have right on the get-go, right? But this is interesting, like the question mark for null safe handling. Mm, and that will be for today. Thanks for checking in and dropping by, and let me know which one we should explore next. Like Jersey Client, Elasticsearch with Java, or other technologies like Python. See ya.